Tonight, we're tracking a major weather story that will impact millions. The polar vortex, a term you might have heard before, but what does it really mean for our daily lives? The polar vortex is a swirling mass of frigid air high above the North Pole, spinning like a giant, icy top. It's a normal part of our winter weather system, always present, but not always making headlines. Its main job is to keep the coldest air locked in the Arctic, held in place by a powerful jet stream, a fast-moving river of air that circles the globe and acts like a barrier, or a fence, around the pole. When the jet stream is strong and stable, the vortex stays tight and contained. That means winters are generally milder for most of us, with the harshest cold kept far to the north. But sometimes, large weather systems from lower latitudes push warm air northward, disrupting the balance and putting pressure on the vortex. This event is called sudden stratospheric warming. It's when a burst of warm air rapidly heats the upper atmosphere, weakening the jet stream fence that keeps the cold air contained. As a result, the vortex wobbles, stretches, and sometimes even splits apart. It can no longer contain the Arctic cold, and the once stable system becomes unstable. That frigid air, which was once trapped far to the north, spills southward, reaching deep into North America, Europe, and Asia, bringing with it the potential for severe winter weather. This isn't a new storm forming overhead, it's the Arctic itself, sending its icy breath into our neighborhoods and cities, often with little warning. The result? Extreme cold snaps, dangerous wind chills, and heavy snowfall, setting the stage for the kind of winter weather that can disrupt travel, close schools, and challenge our daily routines. When the polar vortex weakens, it's not just a brief cold snap. It's a major shift in our weather pattern that can last for weeks, affecting millions of people across continents. The cold air, once trapped at the top of the world, is now on the move, sweeping across vast regions and transforming landscapes overnight. This process is what brings those bone-chilling temperatures to our cities, turning familiar streets into frozen scenes and making everyday life a little more challenging. It's a phenomenon that happens every winter, but some years, the effects are much more dramatic, with record-breaking cold and snow that can define a season. This December, we're already seeing signs of a significant event, with early indicators suggesting that the polar vortex could play a major role in shaping our winter. Meteorologists are watching closely, analyzing data and computer models to predict how the polar vortex will behave in the coming weeks. Understanding this process is key to preparing for what's coming, whether it's stocking up on supplies, winterizing your home, or simply staying informed. The stage is set for a winter that could be one for the record books, with the potential for historic cold and snow in many regions. Stay with us as we break down what this means for you, your family, and your community, because understanding the polar vortex is the first step in staying safe and prepared this winter. This year, the polar vortex isn't just wobbling, it's splitting. For meteorologists, this is a rare and dramatic shift in the upper atmosphere, one that can have far-reaching consequences for weather patterns across the globe. Instead of one large vortex, we now have two or even three smaller pockets of intense Arctic air, each acting independently and capable of sending frigid blasts in different directions. These sister vortices are breaking free and drifting south, a rare and significant event that can disrupt normal winter weather patterns and catch many off guard. The split is triggered by sudden stratospheric warming, a powerful phenomenon that shatters the vortex from above, sending shockwaves through the atmosphere and setting the stage for extreme cold. Now, these cold air masses are heading for North America, setting up what meteorologists call the Polar Express, a direct pipeline of Arctic air barreling southward. This isn't a typical cold front, it's a direct delivery of the coldest air on Earth, capable of dropping temperatures to dangerous lows in a matter of hours. Forecast models agree, one lobe is sliding through central Canada into the northern US, threatening to bring record-breaking cold and heavy snowfall to millions. This will replace milder air with a deep, persistent freeze, transforming daily life and making even routine activities a challenge. The jet stream will buckle, letting Arctic air plunge farther south than usual, reaching areas that rarely see such extreme winter conditions. The result? An unusually severe and memorable stretch of winter weather, with blizzards, ice storms, and bitter cold gripping much of the continent. The consequences are just beginning to unfold, as communities brace for power outages, travel disruptions, and increased risks to health and safety. Prepare for a winter pattern that will be talked about for years, a season of cold that will test our resilience and remind us of the power of the polar vortex. We call this the Polar Express for a reason. It's a rapid, direct surge of Arctic air into North America. This isn't a slow cold front, it's a fast-moving river of frigid air unleashed by the split vortex. The jet stream, normally a barrier, has buckled into a deep U-shape, creating a super highway for cold. This air mass is pure Arctic, untouched by warmer oceans or land. Temperatures could plunge 30 to 50 degrees below normal, with some areas struggling to get above zero for days. This isn't just a cold snap. It's a prolonged siege. The split vortex can stall, locking in extreme cold for a week or more. This persistence strains everything from power grids to daily routines. The Polar Express is rare, powerful, and dangerous. It's a pattern that will test our resilience. Get ready for a winter event unlike any in recent memory. The first wave of Arctic air is arriving now, targeting the northern plains and upper Midwest. This is just the beginning of a powerful cold snap that will grip the region for days to come, bringing a dramatic shift in weather conditions. Cities like Minneapolis, Chicago, and Des Moines will see temperatures plunge from the 20s and 30s to near or below zero. For many, this will be the coldest air of the season so far, and it will arrive quickly, catching some off guard. The transition will be swift, bringing not just cold, but heavy snow in some areas. Snowfall rates could be intense, reducing visibility and making travel difficult within just a few hours. Lake-effect snow will hit Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, creating dangerous travel conditions. Roads may become slick and hazardous, with whiteout conditions possible in the hardest-hit areas. In the plains, blowing snow and gusty winds will make roads treacherous. Drifting snow could quickly cover highways, stranding vehicles, and making rescue efforts more challenging. The real danger: life-threatening wind chills, dropping to 30, 40, even 50 below zero. At these temperatures, exposed skin can freeze in just minutes and the risk of hypothermia rises sharply. Frostbite can occur in minutes. This is a serious threat. Medical experts warn that even brief exposure can lead to injury, especially for children and the elderly. Outdoor activities will be hazardous. Even short trips require full winter gear. If you must go outside, cover all exposed skin and limit your time outdoors as much as possible. This first wave will freeze the ground, ice over lakes, and stress infrastructure. Power lines and water mains are at risk, and the frozen landscape will linger long after the snow stops. Frozen pipes and surging energy demand are major concerns. Utilities are urging residents to conserve energy and take steps to protect their homes from the cold. The deep freeze is just beginning. Forecasters warn that more waves of Arctic air could follow, prolonging the dangerous conditions. The Midwest and Great Plains are bracing for a long, challenging period. Communities are coming together, preparing supplies, and checking on neighbors to ensure everyone stays safe. This is the start of a winter pattern that will test everyone. Staying informed and prepared will be key to getting through the weeks ahead. Prepare now for what's ahead. Stock up on essentials, check your emergency kits, and make a plan to stay warm and safe as the Arctic air settles in. As the Midwest freezes, the Northeast is next. By mid-December, a second, even colder wave will surge from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic. Cities like Boston, New York, and D.C. are in the crosshairs. This Arctic blast could collide with Atlantic moisture, setting up major snowstorms, possibly nor'easters. Heavy snow, powerful winds, and coastal flooding are all possible. Blizzard conditions could shut down the region for days. After the storm, bitter cold will linger, with highs in the single digits and lows well below zero. Cleanup will be difficult, especially if power is lost. The Northeast faces a sustained, dangerous cold, following major snow. Preparation is critical for everyone in the region. While the central and eastern U.S. battle the Polar Express, the West Coast will see a different story. A ridge of high pressure will block Arctic air, bringing milder, drier weather to California, Oregon, and Washington. Pleasant sunny days are likely, but the lack of rain could worsen drought concerns. Meanwhile, the South isn't immune. The Arctic air may push into Texas, Louisiana, and even Florida, bringing surprise freezes. This threatens crops and strains power grids not built for cold. Homes in the South are vulnerable to burst pipes and heating issues. Even a glancing blow from the polar vortex can cause major disruptions. The contrast across the country will be stark. Every region needs to be ready for its own set of challenges. Preparation is essential. Protect your home, let faucets drip, open cabinet doors, and know where your water shutoff is. Seal leaks around windows and doors to keep the cold out. Assemble an emergency kit, blankets, warm clothes, non-perishable food, water, flashlights, and batteries. Have a portable phone charger ready. Prepare your car, check the battery, antifreeze, tires, and keep the gas tank at least half full. Stock your vehicle with blankets, snacks, water, and a first aid kit. Stay informed, monitor weather forecasts, and sign up for alerts. Listen to local officials and emergency managers. Avoid unnecessary travel during storms. If you must go out, dress in layers and cover exposed skin. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Small steps now can prevent big problems later. The right preparation can keep you safe and warm. Don't wait. Get ready before the worst arrives. The Polar Express will disrupt daily life. Travel will be hazardous. Expect road closures and travel bans. Air travel will face cancellations and delays, especially in major hubs. If you have travel plans, be ready for changes and check with your airline. The cold will strain the energy grid. Rolling blackouts are possible. Conserve energy by lowering your thermostat and avoiding large appliances during peak hours. Schools and businesses may close. Working from home could become the norm. Even simple errands will require planning and caution. Check on neighbors and the vulnerable. Community support is vital during extreme weather. Adjust your routines and stay flexible. The coming weeks will test our adaptability. Stay safe, stay informed, and look out for each other. This isn't an ordinary winter. The split polar vortex and polar express pattern will bring weeks of severe weather. Preparation is your best defense. Get ready now, before the worst hits. Stock up on supplies, winterize your home and car, and know the risks of extreme cold. Dress in layers, limit time outdoors, and cover exposed skin. Check on family, friends, and neighbors, especially the vulnerable. Small acts of kindness can make a big difference. Stay updated with the latest forecasts and emergency information. Heed official advice and stay off roads when told. With preparation and community, we'll get through this together. This winter will be memorable, but we can face it safely.